might play it for Arash. The mic's on. We might have a surprise for Mr. Arash Madani joining us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline.
Only you two fools would break the internet, by the way.
Destroyed. Shut down.
The World Wide Web, except at headquarters.
What do you think about that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Who's a no-brainer? Who's a first-rounder should be in there?
What were the nominees again? Please refresh.
I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'll go through the whole list here. Heck, I will. Black Crowes.
Give me your top four.
Okay, top four: Mariah Carey, Phil Collins, Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, Oasis, Pink. I know I'm going more. Luther Vandross, Wu-Tang Clan.
I mean, they're all Hall of Famers, aren't they?
None of them are in.
Are they though?
I think so.
I'm unaware of this Wu-Tang you guys talk about.
You're not aware of the Wu-Tang, Sharky?
Sharky thinks it's a German polka band in Copenhagen. No, but Mariah Carey, come on.
Where does she fit in? Which Hall of Fame is Mariah Carey in?
All
other
of
than
them.
Derek Jeters.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
On the Christmas song alone.
Yeah, we've nominated her just
We're
for
not
that.
even going to One Sweet Day and Honey and.
That's what I'm saying. But all the ones
her.
you mentioned are Hall of Famers. Like,
Name me a Shakira
Oasis is
song.
a Hall of Famer, man. Like, how many?
Do we lose? We lost phone service now too.
We lost you after you said they're all Hall of Famers.
I said, how many albums did Oasis? I mean,
See?
those boys are Hall of Famers.
See? I don't know.
I gotta look this Wu-Tang thing up.
Phil Collins, though, like Genesis is in.
Yeah.
So he's in with Genesis, but he should go on his own. No Jacket Required.
In the Air Tonight, just on that song.
Is that him or is that Oasis? That's him by himself?
That's him.
Yeah, and he drummed. He was it's always weird to watch a drummer and a guy sing. I always found that weird.
It was a challenge.
It's amazing because whoever played Rock Band back in the day, we all had to do it.
Can we name a second one? I've got one. Can we
Another
name a second?
song?
No, a second drummer that sings. Arash?
You got it.
Don't. Can you give me a hint? You know I love playing this.
They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They better be.
Eagles.
There you go. Don Henley. Yeah.
There you go.
Could the Eagles,
Yes.
solo artists, who's passed on? Don?
Glenn Frey.
Glenn Frey.
And his son
Glenn
now plays
Frey.
that spot.
Is that group the most successful as solo artists as well of all time? Even more so than the Beatles?
I don't
Solo
know.
careers.
Paul McCartney's still filling out stadiums.
Yeah, I know, but...
Are we talking album sales?
Ringo,
or, yeah.
But what did Ringo didn't do a lot on his own. George Harrison, I got my mind set on you. There was a couple there.
Traveling Wilburys, yeah.
That was Roy Orbison.
Well,
Oh, Harrison, yeah.
Harrison was in there too.
So I think but then I also look at Fleetwood Mac, some good solo careers from
Yeah.
Lindsey Buckingham and
Stevie Nicks.
Steve. That was a weird crew, man.
Oh, yeah.
The stories of what happened on their tour buses and stuff. If you've ever read it
When
up.
Iron Maiden blush, you know that you're...
Okay, well, we can get to some sports here.
What do you guys talk about on the sports page? Well,
Whatever's
let me
relevant
tell
to the
you.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to
I
hear
was I was listening earlier, and I've been thinking about this for a while now. Have two people done more for a sport to make it more headline-worthy, to make it more mainstream than it's ever been before, than Mark Kennedy and Oscar from Sweden?
Oh.
Well, Oscar's maybe not, but Kennedy for sure. And after Ben Hebert's interview yesterday, we're now being played in Sweden. We actually got a
Oh,
text.
fantastic.
We got a
Sports
text
page
in
goes
Sweden.
global.
Yeah,
We got a message, and it was in Swedish.
It was in Swedish.
And it's like, if they're trying to chirp us, do they know we have no idea what that means? So then...
So it wasn't Jeffrey from Calgary this time?
No, it wasn't Jeff. It was somebody else.
With the internet down, he can't even rebuttal. Jeffrey can't rebuttal today. Good one. But yeah, like they are fired up over, and I love it because it's a week or so already past, and Benny was still fired up about it, and he shot from the hip, and he said, no, you know what? What kind of move is that in the Olympics to pull that? And Arash, I don't know if you've ever curled back in Truro, Nova Scotia, or in your college days, but when I think about throwing a curling rock, and if I got to touch it again with the tip of my finger, I almost feel like that's a detriment.
Yeah, I agree with you. The memes that came out of it, whether or not a hockey player was offside,
that was awesome.
Some of the figure skating stuff. Sport needs sizzle. Sport needs controversy. And when you're curling, the air quote gentleman sport doesn't move the needle anymore the way it did. This is great. The fact that Sports Cage has gone global over curling is the wow.
What if
this is fantastic.
What if somebody had actually thrown a punch?
No, then now we're talking Sharky.
Yeah.
Now,
What a way to go out. Jeff, Wayne Madaw, who was the coach? Who was their coach? Would he have to go in, and who was the alternate?
They would have a fifth.
Was it Wayne Madaw?
No.
I want to hear from Randy Furby about all this,
Oh.
There's somebody who would throw down. He's got to have a take or two.
I'd put money on Benny all day.
Furby could chuck him?
Oh.
I don't know.
Hebert's a Regina kid.
Heebs can definitely throw.
He can get in the mix.
I bet I wouldn't want to screw around with Brad Jacobs. I've been around Brad. He's he's a solid dude.
He's thick. Yeah.
Taller. Good reach.
That Gallant kid, he threw a punch from a mile and a half away.
You know who's most upset about this are curling officials, curling referees. Basically party all night and sleep for games, because what are they really officiating? Everything good for them. Now they're going to have to pay attention.
Not only that, they might have to get off their chair and get involved.
Well, the humanity.
Speaking, I didn't watch any last night. I'm probably going to watch today. We got to get to Sprinkle of the Day a little bit later. Now, how is it going back to watching NHL hockey after what we watched Sunday morning?
Well, it's fall off the cliff kind of stuff, it feels like, doesn't it?
It's different.
I speaking of Sprinkle of the Day, I had a parlay of 4 different guys with under 3.5 shots on goal yesterday. Are we there?
Yep. We're here.
Yeah, so 4 guys under 3.5. I watched a little bit last night. It honestly felt like it was in slow motion in comparison to Sunday.
People are going to be so mad at us.
Oh, yeah. From 10 out of 10 to 6 out of 10 when it came to speed, when it came to intensity, when it came to ability. How sharp it was, how crisp it was.
It was the most entertaining hockey game we've seen in a long time, though, without a doubt.
Four Nations would have been second.
Yeah.
Last year's Stanley Cup final wasn't that great.
No. As an entertainment.
No. And this is the point. You're absolutely right, but to me it's the drop off after. That is what's wild. Best on best. I don't know if there's a bigger drop off anywhere in any other sport. If you think about basketball, it's best on best. USA versus, I think it was USA France for a gold at Paris 2024. It was competitive, but it was just as competitive as an NBA Finals game. The level of play, the stars were bigger. A 100-meter dash in the Diamond League, 100-meter dash in the Olympics, they're still running the same kinds of speeds. Mark Kennedy and Oscar may not swear at each other during the Grand Slam of curling, but it's still the same stuff. There is no bigger drop-off, I don't think, in any sport than Olympic hockey to professional hockey.
Yeah, I remember after you worked it, the 91 World Juniors in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
I remember my late father saying to me after that Russia-Canada
3-2
final round robin game.
Final round robin.
I remember my dad saying to one of his buddies, probably over a whiskey in St. Don Williams, I can't believe I have to go back to watching the Blades. And the Blades were good.
It was different.
It was such a drop off.
Yeah.
So there probably isn't. Add to your point, Arash. The gap would be huge. Okay, here's a question. While we're on the subject of NHL, what do you think the Maple Leafs are going to do? Are they going to buyers, sellers? Trade deadline is a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, I am very intrigued because they just sent out a renewal notice to season ticket holders yesterday and reaffirmed that their mission, stance, approach, whatever, is, to win a Stanley Cup. Which to me suggests they're not in, if that's the case. And I'm being dead honest here, fellas. I think the most prudent thing the Maple Leafs should do, with the idea of this is not working, this has not worked, it's not just that the season hasn't been going their way, nothing's been going their way, whatever. I can't remember a time where Austin Matthews' stock is higher than it is today. It's not working. You're not going to win with him. It's 10 years. Trade Austin Matthews. You will never get more for him than you will now. And start over.
I'm listening.
I agree with you 100%. But I also think post-Olympics, the U.S. team, with the amount of apologizing and comments that are coming out, are we going to see more than just Austin Matthews get moved? I don't think A has anything to do with B, Sharky. I just think that that's a conversation piece for 24 to 48 hours, and then it's back to standard procedure. Because and part of it is the media business to blame. Is what else is there to talk about? Yeah,
what'd you do for your 12 days off? Did you go to the Bahamas? You come back, there's a storyline. And the reason I think Matthews' stock has never been high, Matthews' stock is probably the highest because of how well he played at the Olympics. People thought, wait a minute, he's away from that grease fire that is the Maple Leafs. This is what he's capable of. This is what he can do. This is what he can add to us, for us in a playoff situation. Huh. Look, I don't know if they're going to deal him. I don't know any of these things. But make no mistake about it, the smartest thing for the Maple Leafs as a hockey operation is to move him, because you'll never get more from him than you will now.
You could say the same thing about Jordan Binnington.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. The only difference there is goaltenders are like quarterbacks. If you have one, if you find one, if you get one, if there's one in your building, keep them, because
they're hard to find. Yeah.
They're hard to find unless the window is that you're fully restarting and it's going to be another 5 or 6 years before. But I don't even think hockey rebuilds are that long anymore. It doesn't feel like the San Jose Sharks celebrate, after a couple of years of hitting rock bottom. I'd buy stock in the San Jose Sharks now to win a round in the playoffs next year, not this year, but next year.
They might this year.
Yeah.
That's how they play.
Okay, we got to move on. Let's get down to brass tacks here. I'm a baseball guy. You're a baseball guy. Spring training is
Mr.
back.
Baseball. Yeah.
Spring training is back. Grapefruit exhibition season. We were staying right across the parking lot from the Salt River Fields in Phoenix. And, man, people are cuckoo for their baseball. I love it. But talk about a drop-off. Game 7 to the World Series of the World Series to here we are in February.
I was trying to think of a comp. It might be 18th hole of Augusta to the next day playing mini golf. Like, that might be
Playing the Goulet.
That might be it. Correct.
Yeah.
The amazing part is it's 7 weeks of spring training and then 162 and then a month of the postseason every single day to get to Game 7, and now you start all over again. You don't pick up where you left off.
No, right at 0.
Everybody starts at 0.
Yeah.
How does the Bo leaving town thing, like, what's the word in Toronto? What are people, is there a public burning of jerseys?
No, I think it was inevitable. Like, everybody said all the right things, even though nobody meant it, from the end of the season through the off season. Bo didn't want to come back. The team didn't want to have him back. It was like that awkward moment at the dance where everyone's kind of looking around, just waiting for some. It's basically if Kennedy and Oscar were going to, cross paths in the hallway, what's going to happen? And the answer was nothing. The answer was that it was never going to happen. And the Blue Jays then went out and spent money on starting pitching, which everybody's happy with. And because of the emergence of some of those kids, I don't know if it's sustainable, I'll be honest with you guys. But Clement and Barger and Lucas, on and on and on, they're going to give them a run. They're going to see what they have there. And then really kind of take stock of whether or not that's sustainable or not. The Blue Jays believe it is. We shall see.
Do you think that they knew more about the injury that he had, and that played into it? No?
No. They drafted Bo. He'd been around the organization for 10 years. I was around Bichette 2019, 21, 22. What was it, 3 or 4 years? Bo's a hard personality. Bo has high expectations of people around him. Bo I don't think he was ever aligned with the front office, and the front office was never really aligned with him. That just was always it just never felt like a fit. And, there was an element of him being sour at times. There was an element of the front office questioning things with him at times. There was always a disconnect there. So, that's what I mean. Like, at no time did I think that Bichette was returning, because I don't think he wanted to come back, and I don't think the team wanted him back.
Let's move. I want to ask you about a couple CFL things here before we let you go. I like this, and I didn't really know much about it until I started reading up it in the last couple days, on how the Edmonton Elks and Winnipeg Blue Bombers have been awarded extra picks in the 2026 CFL draft because of snaps played by Canadians in the previous year. I like that, personally.
I do too. I honestly don't know enough about how that is calculated, but look, it's a smart play. And people always talk about draft the player, then develop the player. Well, you can do all the work on the practice field that you want. You can spend all the extra time on the practice field you want. If you're a receiver at the jugs machine, if you're an O-lineman, working with everybody after practice on hand placement and technique. But the only way you get better is in games. Mm-hmm. The only way that you're going to take a step forward in that development process is when the lights are on, getting a chance to do it. And so, that's why it's so important. The fact to get rewarded for it, I'm here for it.
Do these picks, do they have their own 8th round then, or how does this work? Like, where are they throwing these extra picks in?
Yeah, Sharky, I just don't know enough about it. Compensatory picks and all those kinds of things.
19th and 20th selections in the CFL draft.
So between rounds 2 and 3,
I'm also Mr. CFL.
Yeah, and look,
the internet stuff, we broke that, remember?
After the first round, and maybe I'll even give you the second, the CFL draft is a roulette.
It really is.
Because it's not just the drafting of the player. It's after a year or two getting the crap beat out of you. It's like, okay, well, do I want to keep doing this, or I could be a firefighter and make twice as much and have a pension, and I can go work in an investors group and make a lot more money and not get my head, crushed, or it won't hurt every morning when I get up. I don't need to be in a car wreck every play. So part of the whole draft process and the meetings, how much does football mean to you, et cetera, et cetera. But, people are making life decisions. So that's why you take what you can. You pick the player you think is going to be around for a little while. But on top of who knows whether or not they can play at the next level, how it projects, there's also the life dynamic too.
Interesting. Okay.
2026 season. Heck, it's February. We're getting into March. Give me one prediction that we may not be thinking about, but you feel is possible for the 2026 CFL season. Let's get the chat line buzzing here with people yelling at Arash.
All right. Before Drew Brown will return to Winnipeg, and he will be a Blue Bomber before Labor Day. He will no longer be the start. He will not be the starting quarterback in Ottawa by Canada Day. Jake Mayer will be the starting quarterback. Drew will have lost the job. Jake will have won the job. Drew will be falling out of favor. Winnipeg's going to need either some insurance for Zach, hopefully. It's not Plan B where Collaros is hurt. Hopefully it's not that at all. But the Drew Brown will not be in Ottawa by the midway point of the season. He'll be in Winnipeg.
I would suggest that he might be there before July 1st.
I would suggest that, do they notify you when you have a gas leak at your place? Or how do they do that out east?
No, you have to smell it. The problem is the aroma in Ottawa has been so toxic and so rancid for so long, nobody even knows what the standard smell is supposed to be.
I got one that I would put out there this early in the year. Stampeders will be dead last in the West.
Oh, Jeffrey, that wasn't me.
Okay,
Colson,
buddy.
don't write that down. Don't write that down, Colson.
We have
Nothing like February CFL takes on the sports gauge, huh?
We're big in Sweden, so
we have. You know what? We got to save it for the. Can we do Clutch Performer with Arash? Is that possible? Arash, stay on the line. We're doing Clutch Performer with you. Just stay here. We're gonna play the intro.
It's Clutch Performer, brought to you by Kellen Solar. 35 years of experience, moving water from a dugout or well without electricity. Visit kellensolar.com to find out more about your livestock operation.
That's right. They're doing quotes for cabins, houses right now. I was just talking to the Kellen Solar guys. 14 years ago, Arash, today, 14 years ago today, one of the greatest quotes, outbursts, slash chirps
I know what it is.
in the history of sports happened.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
That is why I did it! That's number 5! Are you kidding me? That's right! Who do you think you are? I am! Get it right!
I know everyone loves the "who do you think you are?" I am, but as I listened to it over the 14 years, that is why I did it. He also says in there, Pete Weber was
Who is he going
absolutely
after?
is extremely high, or he had massive anger issues. But Arash, it's just an all-timer.
Pete needs to stop with Mark Kennedy to meet with Oscar and the to just once and for all in this matter.
Pete, the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah,
man, it was
the ring
so
host for the
good.
Royal Rumble. Yeah,
That is why I did it. What? You kind of needed to if you wanted to win. I'm not following, and I think that's the great Gary Thorne doing play-by-play. He used to
bowling.
call NFL. He used to call NHL games on ESPN. I remember when I lived down there. He was one of my favorite play-by-play guys of all time. He played again.
Long-time baseball voice of the Baltimore Orioles, too.
Here it is. One more time. This never.
I love the dark glasses too. That he
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
That is why I did it. That's number 5. Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
Where did the glasses go? They're gone. Where did the glasses go?
In the Hall of Fame.
Okay, they're in the bowling hall.
I did it right was another one at the end. Man.
Was that the moment humanity went off the rails, or was it a different time?
We need more Pete in this world, if you're going to ask me, to be honest. That is someone they should bring in next year with you for the Royal dinner at the Royal Regina. Pete Weber.
Pete Weber, bowling legend.
By the way,
Pete Weber.
I just stepped outside, and as soon as we brought up Pete Weber, there goes the fire department. So there's a line there somewhere.
Yeah.
Your ride's here.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, boys.
Take care, Russ.